Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Mark from Cricket Bat Info, and today we are doing a brand new GM Players Edition. This is the Aiden Markram. Thank you very much to Sajid from Sydney for sending this over. We'll get onto this straight after the break. So firstly, if this is the first time you've joined the channel, what I do is I review cricket bats sent in by players and also some brands. I don't do this for profit. They don't pay anything for the review, but people just send me bats because they like seeing me review them. So if you enjoy what I do, this is the first time you're seeing the channel, consider subscribing. There'll be a link to some other videos at the end which you may be interested in. It's probably the first time you'll see this type of thing done because I'm not here to sell you a bat, I'm just here to talk about it. So this particular bat Sajid bought from England. They retail for 659 UK pounds, which is about 1250 Australian dollars. But obviously street price can get much lower. I said the other day, the Ben Stokes edition that I did, that was around 1500 Australian dollars recommended retail. But I have since seen that on the street they're advertising it for 1150 in Australia, but they're all sold out. And the same is for this particular Players Edition. So this is actually coming with the Chroma stickers this year. Last year he went with the Noir stickers, and it's got a brand new grip. This is the Pro Light grip, which has just been released for 2021. That's the profile, and you can see there that it's really dark. So they do oil them in the factory, but this one has turned out considerably darker. He even said to me, "Oh, I've got a bat that's made out of heartwood." I said, "No, it wouldn't be. These are LE bats." But it's just so dark, and I do see where he's coming from. Sajid, that's actually the heartwood down here, that little stream there, but it's just the way the colour has turned out. Generally, when people look at bats and they see a bit of colour in the grains, that's actually a good sign rather than faint grains. And the grains on this are really popping. I mean, you can see those through there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 grains. No real blemishes on the front. As per usual, it's got the Totec finish, and they've finished the bat. They oil, knock and scuff it and then put the stickers over the top. I've said this before, I'll say it again, they do the stickers over the top because they really want the bats to look good. If you put the sticker underneath the extra tech, it bubbles and it doesn't look good. So that's why they do it. These stickers, I haven't actually had a chroma in, so this is, I guess, a bit better than that. It's not actually the chroma profile. I do like the look of the stickers. Interesting, the Ben Stokes one, the GM is the other way around. They've switched it. So that's the back. You can see here that we've got the laser engraving up here and that sort of hologram effect going on there with the stickers, black and silver. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Look at the profile that way, nice and full. Doesn't look to be as small down here as the Ben Stokes, but I've actually asked Ajid if I can hang on to this because I actually won, get this, My Cricket Gear. You can go to him on Instagram, and I entered the raffle for, he had 4 different GM bats going, and I won a Ben Stokes. It's in the mail. A player edition. So I said to Sajid, would you mind if I hang on to this a little bit longer? So when I have both of them together, I'll do a combined thing to look at both profiles because they're very similar. In fact, Sajid said he wanted the Ben Stokes. They were sold out, but he thought this profile was as close as he was going to get to it. And I'd say that this is probably a little bit lower, more in that sort of mid-low, sort of this area is where the action's going to be. But I mean, it's always going to give you so much value up here, because it's just so nice and full all the way through. So these bats are made in the player's weight range. You cannot specify what the weight will be. Let's do some specs. So we'll start up here at the shoulder, and we've got about a 13.4 millimeter shoulder. That's a bit bigger than the Ben Stokes. 36.2. Even with the edge rounded, we're getting a 40 millimeter edge. You can see that's been boned, nicely rounded. Now, the unfortunate thing with GM putting the scuff sheet on is that when you do your edges, because you do still have to knock the edges a little bit more in the toe, it's a harder press, but it's pressed to perform. You'll get bubbling on the edges there. Down here at the edge of the toe. 17.5. Center of the toe, 22.7. So all that wood is put into the hitting area. Measure that straight away. 66.5. It's a big one. Let's put it through the gauge and confirm that. There you go. So it really fills that gauge, doesn't it? And they use a 4.5mm camber face, which is just under the 5mm of the gauge. Is there any bow in this shape? GM don't normally do a bow. More recently they've had attempts at it with the Zelos range, but that's pretty much a press bow. There's not much there. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Let's talk about the handle. So typical of GM handles, they're actually not as thick as I remember, and I think that's a lot to do with this grip. It's very much a diamond style grip. It's very grippy. It's got a nice texture to it. I do like it. Yeah, it's got a real stickiness to it. I think these are a little bit lighter. And we'll have a look under here. We've got OC again. We've got 3 cork inserts. Really nice binding with the glue put on so that it lasts a bit longer. It says it's a short handle bat. All the bats, I've just realised from the Ben Stokes, the 21 is the series that came out. So this is the 2021 edition. And we've got CH over here. Now he's actually included in the bag the tag and the pickup index. So I'll get the pickup index out, and hopefully I remember to send it back to him, because I keep ending up with all these pickup indexes on the ground of on the floor of the shed. So this has a pickup index of 2, which generally means that it's a very light pickup, and it's going to feel in that sort of 2.8 range. Let's test that. To me, the bat, yeah, definitely feels very light. I'd say 2.8. Even you could even confuse, yeah, you'd confuse this for a low 2.8 easy. Yeah, it's got a beautiful pickup, really light, and it's going to be interesting to see what it actually weighs when I do that right now. 210. Wow, that is incredible. Very nice indeed. I could easily use this bat, and I don't look at 210s, and that's that thing that people say is don't get too hung up on the dead weight. Some bats are incredibly well balanced and you wouldn't know what you're using. I just don't want the extra weight in my hands, because I carry enough between the wickets as it is. Boom boom. Let's tap it up. So starting down here at the toe, straight into it there. Beautiful in that sort of area there. That's the real sweet spot there. Still going up here because of that fullness, off center. Yeah, she's a lovely piece of wood. Going right through the whole hitting area. So that's a really lovely bit of timber. So yeah, thank you very much to Sajid for sending that, and I'll hang on to it for a few more weeks and you'll see it once more. That is lovely. That is the GM Chroma Aidan Markram Players Edition.